Now, the investigation has brought out to a report about a red cross that actually left by the people in the white cloak. So we actually knew that Company 8 had recognized this on their first fire mission, which we actually knew that Captain Obi is going to talk about the origin of Company 8 with Hanawa is going to talk about it, which he's actually telling the story about in the year 195 in the Yokota base in the Imperial Army Force, where we actually seen him as a sergeant around the same time that he was actually talking about with his friend Tojo about the importance of the Infernals, which we also seen Maki there, and she was a member of the Imperial Army, which she actually approached Hanawa, in which we seen Tucho actually put the gun on the table to show Hanawa that it was actually baptized, so he can actually fight Infernals with it. But then one night we saw Tojo actually reading a book, but we saw him transform into an Infernal. But we actually seen him asking Hanawa to shoot him while he's still conscious. But he cannot actually bring himself to shoot his friend. But we saw the rest of the members of the army decided to shoot him instead. And we seen the horror in the eyes of Hanawa as we seen him as his friend dies. But then we saw him going through the paperwork to get the ownership of his gun. And then we saw another infernal attack where we saw Obi is there, but not as a member of the fire force, but a member of the firefighters, in which we seen him talking with Hanara after they took down an Infernal about forming their own special fire force company, in which they have actually picked Company 8, in which the origin of Company 8 has now been revealed. But now we actually knew that this actually how they got their first fire, in which the Red Cross is their next clue, which all the fires have been circulated into one area, which that is the Asakusa, which is where Company 7 is actually is. And we actually saw Benimaru, the captain of Company 8, I mean 7, which he actually brought some Daifuku to Hinata and Hikasuki, which they actually are enjoying. But then the member of Company 8, the third generation pyrotechnic by the name of Sagamiya Kanru, actually tells Benimaru that Company 8 actually here and they want to talk to him about the Infernals, which he actually has nothing to say to them about it, in which we saw Shinra actually talk to him about being the strongest fire soldier, and also how that he actually showed disrespect during the meeting. But then we saw the Infernal actually appears, and then he actually using the flags for the festival for the fighting, and then we actually saw him in action using the flags to start the fire and then controlling them, which he not only the captain, but he also both third generation and second generation pyrotechnic, in which he took down the Infernals, in which he actually is strong, but we actually saw what he's truly capable of. Now we saw the story of Company 8, how it's been formed, and we also saw Benny Maru in action. So we're actually going to see the investigation of Company 7 next, which we're going to see what's going to happen on the next episode on the week after 2 weeks, because they're actually going on break for 2 weeks, and we're going to see episode uh sorry 11 I mean 13 sorry episode that's right, episode 12 after 2 weeks break. So yeah, I cannot wait for that to actually happen. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy right here saying sign out. Laters.